I'm Chef Nate, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make excellent braised shredded pork that'll be perfect for shredded pork tacos, for enchiladas, or a lot of other ethnic dishes. First, rinse and pat dry meat. You always want to do that when you bring it home from the grocery store. Next, we're going to season it up with a good amount of Himalayan pink sea salt. Next, I'm going to add some fresh cracked black pepper. Guys. So now after we have a good amount of black pepper and sea salt on our pork butt, I'm going to take this seasoning, this dry rub that I made today, that is comprised of paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, ground coriander, chili and lime spice blend, and some chipotle pepper flakes, also some ground cumin. About equal portions of all of them, except maybe a little more garlic powder and onion powder. I'd say that's the base of this dry rub, if you will. I'm going to go ahead and rub up all sides of that. So boom, she's all seasoned up. Very nice. So now I've got my pan screaming hot, and I mean screaming hot, so you got to be really careful for this next process. I'm going to add some high temperature oil to the pan. Using my tongs, not my hands, I'm going to drop it in there because it's probably going to squirt up a little bit. Here we go, searing the first side, just until you get a nice char. And then turn it, repeat the process on all sides. So now our meat has been seared on all sides, so I'm going to go ahead and remove it. Just a little color on all the sides, a little char. I'm going to go ahead and add my mirepoix, which is carrots, onion, and celery. So I've added my mirepoix mixture to my pan, and it's just sauteing it a little bit, just stirring it around, heating it up. I added a little more salt, and I'm also going to add some fresh cracked pepper right now. Just going to cook them until they get a little bit of a flavor on them. Next, I'm going to go ahead and deglaze the pan because there's a lot of fond in this pan. And fond is the flavor that is left over from cooking this piece of meat. So I'm going to use some kind of alcohol, either wine or beer. Today I'm using Lua limited release. We can add some of that. Now you don't need to add the entire bottle because you want to have some. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's 5 o'clock. You know, beer. Don't judge me. So I've allowed the beer to reduce down until it's sec, which means almost that. Pretty much just a very small amount of the beer. So we have a little bit of the flavor left over, but not all the bitterness and not all the alcohol. Now we're going to go ahead and add our, if you have it, if you have beef stock, use that, or beef broth. What I'm using is just water, and I also have some beef base in there. Beef base is an excellent option to use if you don't have stock around because it's really quick, it's easy, and oftentimes it really tastes well. It tastes good, so just go ahead and use a good beef base if you have that. I'm going to go ahead and get this up to heat. I'm also going to add a small can of tomato sauce just to balance out the flavors. I'm going to add my piece of meat back in. We want the liquid to cover it about 3/4 of the way, so I need to add some more beef stock. And then once the stock starts to boil, we're going to reduce the heat very low, cover it, and let it cook for a couple hours. So, many hours and a couple beers later, our pork is finally finished. It's nice and braised. I want to say it took about 3 or 4 hours altogether for it to braise. And really, you just tell when you pick it up, it starts to fall apart like that, and it's really easy just to pull it apart. So you use 2 forks, start to shred your pork. Make a little taco, corn tortilla, right on the burner. Little black spots, brown spots, perfect. So I'm going to shred the pork, a little bit of my roasted tomatillo and pepper salsa, and sliced cabbage. Voila, there you have a beautiful taco. I'm gonna try it out right now. That's great. The meat is so tender. The salsa, it's spicy and kind of smoky because of that roasted pepper flavor. Ooh, the meat's nice and moist. It just falls apart in your mouth. And the cabbage, it has that little crunch. Oh, it's perfect. This is authentic. This is like you get from the taco trucks in Los Angeles. Thanks a lot for sticking around. I'm Chef Nate, and I'll see you next time.